welcome back. Most likely welcome because this is likely your first time watching this. We're just gonna rattle off the thoughts. First of all, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. God is so good. I don't deserve it, but nobody does. So why would I shame myself more than anyone? If he's gonna be giving out all this goodness, I might as well take it. Yeah, because there's no human being that deserves the goodness of God. And that sounds so crazy to people who are like anti-Christian. They're like, oh, can you believe it? Like, they're just so convinced that they don't deserve love. They don't deserve whatever it is. And I'm like, it's true. Like, that can be true, and it's not necessarily like a toxic, like, oh, I'm the vermin of the earth. I'm disgusting. That's actually, that's how you know that people who are against Christianity have not studied it. You might have studied Christianity, the religion, but not Christianity, the practice. And those are two different things, because people love to claim they're Christian and then walk around day to day. Messed up. People love to claim they're a Christian, never read the Bible. And before you ask, yes, I've read the Bible all the way through. Thank you very much. Which is actually what led me to my current relationship with God, because I was consuming Christianity through the lens of the Christian religion instead of the Christian practice and the Christian text. And that made me hate it, because y'all are disgusting. I mean, we're all disgusting. Like, we all do things that are not appropriate because we're human, but it's more so the judgment and which I do. I also participate in said judgment, so I have to take some accountability there. Alas. What I was gonna say is, yes, I think it's interesting how people who are against Christianity are like, oh, they're like, it's such a toxic relationship. I'm like, it's really not though. Like, it's not like, oh, I don't deserve it, so let me just take the little crumb of goodness I can get. That's not even biblically based. Like, God himself literally says that he wants us to see ourselves the way he sees us, and he sees us as beautiful, fearfully and wonderfully made. What? The apple of his eye. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't say that, because apple of his eye is actually a play on Adam and Eve, which was not a good experience for anyone involved. But you get the point. So it's like, yes, I can say that I don't deserve any of the goodness that God gives me, and he absolutely, with his whole heart, wants to give it to me and loves me so much. And it's not because I deserve it. It's not supposed to be self-deprecating. If anything, it's more empowering, because that means there's nothing you can do to make it stop. The problem with like human love that's based on how amazing you are, oh, I love you so much because you are so amazing, conditional. When you stop being amazing, the love stops. You know what happens with God? It never stops. It never stops. Christ died for us while we were still sinners. God causes the rain to fall on both the righteous and the unrighteous alike. So yes, let me start by saying thank God. I'm so blessed. I realized today the week I've had this week is like an insane week, and I don't realize because I'm too busy living in it, but like truly a dream come true. People are always like, oh, like, you know, remember when you used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, and I had to grind like that, to shine like this? Quite literally, yes. This week, so many things have happened in so many different areas of my life that I used to want so bad. And it's so crazy to think about the fact that the video I made earlier this week was about the fact that I'm not where I want to be in life. Lies. I mean, it's true, I'm not where I want to be in life, but doesn't mean I'm not somewhere great. I'm still learning how to hold the nuances of life. Perspective, black and white thinking, even though my phone is in grayscale, helps no one. But yeah, I was bawling my eyes out today because I was like, whoa, this week, I'm like too busy running through it, but living it. But if I stop and take a moment to think about what this week has been and the experience I've had this week and how much I was crying and dying and begging and pleading and praying to have the week I just had is nuts. The accomplishments, the accolades, the money, the freedom, the friendship, the love, the support, the peace, the well-being, the prominence, the humility, all of it. I've experienced everything I want to experience in every category of life this week, except for romantic, but I don't want to be the type of person who makes, like, I don't want to be like Taylor Swift that makes everything about boys and everything about a relationship. I had a great week. And because I believe God loves me so much, whenever he decides to fill in the romantic category, it'll be perfectly timed. And it'll be nice. So I'm not in a rush there because I'm waiting on the promises of God about that. And it could be tomorrow, it could be 20 years from now. And all I know is that whenever he decides to fill that gap, is it a gap? It's a gap, but it's an intentional gap. There's a lot of things I need to work on for myself before I get around a partner. I think people are often very selfish in their desire for a partner. They're using it to validate themselves. And I just want to be a good partner to my partner. I do not want to use them to fill in what therapy or self-esteem should be doing. So yeah, that's probably why it hasn't happened. I'm also so busy. There's only 24 hours in a day, and if we introduce a partner in here, they're gonna need at least 2 per day. Between text, calls, and dates, we're gonna average at 2 hours per day spent on this person. I don't have 2 hours per day right now. Lord knows, I just killed a few plants because I didn't water them on time. You want me to water a relationship? You want me to cultivate love like a garden? Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's not get sidetracked. What is love? Anyway, yes, everything is perfect. God's timing is perfect. I'm so grateful to be... That's not good. I just realized my plant is losing a lot of leaves. I didn't really notice because I was taking the leaves, like pruning the leaves off one by one, but this is not good. You must be transferred to soil. Left it in propagation for too long. See, the opposite. Some plants died because they ain't got no water. Other plants died because they got too much water. The nuances of life. It's not black and white, is it? Ugh. So, all of that is to say, I'm very grateful to God for blessing me. I am truly living the life of my dreams. And you gotta stop and smell the roses. That's what I'm gonna call this video. Because I literally came home and took a bubble bath for the first time in forever. A magnesium soak with bubbles and rose petals. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. My life is a dream. Like, what do you mean you took a bubble bath with rose petals after getting paid for your art? What? Yeah, I shut off the lights. I just put on my tea light candles, the flickering tea light candles. And I listened to a mixtape from an artist whose writing I love, and I was like, wow. Oh, this is such a nice way to end my night. Cannot wait to go to sleep after this. That's why I'm feeling like this instead of clothes. Because I am trying to transition to more professional presentation on my YouTube channel. But it's like a bubble bath with rose petals. I put on my robe that was freshly folded. I oiled and massaged my hair. I let it all out. It's not even braided under here. Wrapped it in satin and then came to record so I can fall off to sleep. This is a really good week. A really, really good week. And I'm starting to realize, I think that the takeaway from this is the best week of your life is not going to be the week where all the craziest things in the world happen, because I've had wild weeks. I've met celebrities I've always wanted to meet. I've been on stages that I'm like, oh my God. I've had collaborations with people I could never expect. All of these things. This week though is so aligned with everything I've ever wanted for myself. Not just what sounds amazing to the ego or to external perspective, And that's probably going to be my takeaway for life. Is like, stop trying to live a life that seems impressive. Live a life that's aligned. And when you are in alignment with the good Lord Jehovah, thank you so much, I love you. Stop and smell the roses. Quite literally, so you can realize you are in the middle of an answered prayer. Ashe. Ah, Ashe.